Hey everybody, it's the Nitty Professor, and today I'm going to review this set of needles for you. We have Siva here. Hey Sieves! She's my Labski, and she's the oldest pet in the house. Aren't you, girl? I think Benny's back there too. Hey Benny! He's scratching himself. Hi Benny. So I bought these needles in Colorado Springs, I believe. I'm pretty sure. And I'm extremely happy with them. So they're called the, I'm going to say, Lykke. It says make happy apparently. That's like a Norwegian word for happy. That's what the site says. So they're the make happy color needles with British spelling. And they are interchangeable circular needles. So I've had these now for 6 months, maybe a little longer. And I do have multiple sets of interchangeable needles. So it took me a little bit before I was actually starting to use them. But what I didn't know when I bought them was that, here, I'll try to show you. The needle actually rotates freely around the metal piece. So let's try to get in here with you with this. Let's see. So I don't know if you can see, but this actually turns around. You can see the little hole there by my chin. Look at that. So these babies turn around freely, and therefore the cord, it's never going to get twisted, because it's always going to be sort of free to do its own thing. So I am very happy with that. I never had a pair of circular needles that were like that. The wood is birch, which as a woodworker, I've actually done some woodworking. Maybe one of these days I'll do a woodworking video. I have a lot of woodworking in my novels. So birch is a really nice, it's not as hard as like oak or maple or something like that, but it's a really good wood for shaping, you know, something like that out of it. And might be helpful if I kind of put the yarn behind them. Look at that. They're beautifully smooth. Some of the wooden needles I have aren't as smooth as these ones, but given how I'm not a fan of metal needles, frankly, they are hard. They kind of hurt my hands a little bit, which is not fun. But with wood, I don't have that problem, even with birch. And just look at those colors. Aren't they just delightful? So we have 12 sets of needles here, and they range in size from a 4 to a 17. So, you know, it's not like your tiniest needles when I want to go down to a 2 or something like that. Actually, I don't even use, I hardly ever use the interchangeables for that. But, you know, 4 is a good starting point for like your DK yarns. I suppose depending on what you're making with lace, you could use the 4s if you want it to be a little more open, going all the way up to 17, which is a really bulky size for a needle. And, you know, honestly, the colors are just, they're really beautiful. They're gorgeous. I do like the fact that they're multicolored. They're rainbowy. They call this bag, sorry, it has cat fur on it. As you can imagine, it probably has dog fur on it too, right, Siva? Siva. She's old and tired. Hey, Siva, baby. Hi. She's a good girl. I think that white hair right in the middle is actually Siva's. It's a guess. But this is called vegan suede, and actually it feels really nice. I'm very happy with this bag that it comes in. I should look more into the specs. So it has this Velcro thing going on here. Maybe it's supposed to be so you can like stand it up. You know, I'm not sure. So this was the demo model that I bought in the store because they were out of the retail sets. So I use it to keep the label inside of the container. You can see here the sizes of the needles that come with it. There we go. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then there's the 10 and a half, and 11 to 13 to 15 to 17. And it has 5 cords. So we've got some 24-inch cords, some 32-inch cords, and some 40-inch cords. And I forget. So I do have a set that has an adapter. Yes. So here we have the adapters as well. So you can extend the length of those cords. You can lengthen. So this is going to be a sweater. And I measured it. I think it's going to be big enough. That ribbing is like really elastic. But let's say I wanted to make a blanket, right? So then I could make that needle super long. Or if I was knitting something flat, right? And then I would really want to have that length on there. So with the, yeah, there we go. With those adapters, you can hook one end of the rope into the adapter and then the other end, and then the needles. And they come with these stoppers as well for the ends of, so if you can take off the needle here if you want, and then say I'm, you know, not knitting on it for a while, then I can put the stopper on the end of it and keep it in place. And then lots of these little keys, so these little keys to help you get the needle onto the cord really tightly. So I have zero problem with hooking the needles onto these cords. So I can show you, I'll show you here on these, on the 17-inch, the size 17 needle. Works really well. Just screw it on. And the way these are designed is really good because the key goes in a hole that's before the swivel joint. So if you hold on to the key, see if I can extract one. There we go. And gonna put it in that little hole right there. So you can see the hole is above the swivel joint. So this turns around, but above it. So I'm just gonna hold this key tight and then just twist it firmly. I have had zero problem with these needles coming off. It works like magic. So the joins are excellent. I've had no problem, and then I can just use the little key, get it in the hole. I recently got new glasses, so to see if I can find the hole, because I honestly feel like my old glasses are better. But in any case, then I can use the key to get it off of there. So I find these joints to be excellent. I have tried the Adi Click needles, and I cannot make the join stay. I feel like I'm just Adi Click disabled. I don't know. They never want to stay on there. So I've been relying on this kind of needle with the screw-on joins for years. And here's another beautiful thing about these. These are interchangeable with Knit Picks needles. And that gives me maximum flexibility. So, for example, I'm not showing it on here. Hey, Benny, what you doing? Hey, Benny. Oh, Benny. You need to pay attention, son. I have a set of needles that are short. So they're like, you know, half of the length of these interchangeables. And so let's say look out, Benny. No, you can't be eye knitting, buddy. That's a good boy. Let's say I get around to the neck of my crew neck sweater. You wanna be in the movie? You wanna be? Hi, Benny. He's a star. You're a star. So if I am using a circular needle, sometimes the longer needles, look out, Benny, they're just a little bit too long. You know, you get to the top and you're working on the neck, and you know, it's just, these are just too long to go around that circle. So I can take this needle off with my little key, and I can put, hi Benny, I can put one of those shorter interchangeables right on here, even though it's a completely different brand. So that makes me really happy. There are, what are you doing? He wants to sit on Siva. There are some interchangeables that aren't like that, right? And honestly, that's one of the first things that I look for in a pair of interchangeable needles is, are they also interchangeable with my other interchangeable needles? And then I have maximum flexibility. I can have all kinds of different lengths of the cords. I can have all different kinds of sizes of needles on there, and they all work together. So it makes me really happy that Lykke, I'm just going to call him that. I don't know, do you say like? What do you say? Lykke? I don't know. Makes me really happy that they made their needles interchangeable and compatible with all the Knit Picks ones that I already have. So the last thing that I think is kind of nice to point out, and you know, I don't know all the ins and outs of this. I'm not an international trade expert, but these needles are made in Nepal. And on the Lykke website, they really advertise that they regard themselves as assisting with the economy there and bringing opportunity to people who are craftsmen. These are handmade, and it just seems like they're trying to do the right thing. So that makes me happy as well. It's not like, you know, it's an objectionable government or enemy or something like that where these are being made. So overall, if I was to give these knitting needles a rating, honestly, I would give them 5 out of 5 stars. In fact, I probably should go to their website and do that because they work great. They're compatible. They're beautiful. They're well made. And they kind of make me happy. So I'd be curious if you have similar experience with these needles. I haven't had universally good experience with all of the Lykke needles. They're DPNs, for example. I had some of the small set and they broke. But with these, I don't know, maybe their quality is going up. These are beautiful and they work great and they're sturdy. And yeah, just, you know, if you agree or not, comment below. It'd be really interesting to know your experience with these needles, or maybe you know, have like eyed them and you thought, yeah, you know, they look kind of nice. Sure, they're a little on the expensive side, but you know, you're getting 12 sets of needles there, which is a huge set. And Penny, what are you doing? He's playing with his tiger. There, you know, you can make a lot of stuff. Maybe not socks, but most everything else you could make with these needles, including a sweater from Brown Sheep Yarn. So hope y'all are having a great day. Hope this review was useful, and I'll see you soon. Ciao!